Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with a very special edition of Patreon MidRank Madness! This is going to be a game between Elation and DeadSoldier on Sequencer, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is DeadSoldier. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Elation. So a ZVT for you guys here on Sequencer, the latter edition. Again, this is a MidRank Madness by somebody who has pledged $10 a month to me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin. And part of that reward tier is that you get your games cast about one a month, I feel is what's fair here. You send me your best game out of the month, shoot it on over. I will cast it, throw it up on my channel. You can learn how to improve. You can help entertain other people who really love MidRank Madness as well. Everybody is really happy, and everybody gets a win. So, how are we going to see this here? MidRank Madness is fun, just because the players know the mechanics, they know the build orders, but they do weird stuff. They really, a lot of the times, do weird things. Terran players will go for drops without medevac. Wait, drops without medevacs. They'll go for, like, Marine Marauder pushes without medevac sometimes. We'll see Zerg players that really fall in love with just mass rote, even though your opponent has a lot of Marauders. So really, I think what MidRank Madness people generally need to work on is being able to see what their opponent is doing and then adjust accordingly, especially the Zerg. Especially Zerg players have struggle with that. And in fairness, it's hard. It is hard to learn how to do that skill, and the players that can do it super well are the ones who can march up the ladder. Extractor on the way for DeadSoldier. Spawning pool 2 got his expansion down as well, and it is going to be a Marine for Elation here. So unfortunately not a Reaper. No name for our Reaper list to knock off today. Command Center's upgrading to an orbital command here at around, what is it? He started probably around 16 supply, which is where you want to do it. Here in Legacy of the Void, and no early action at all in this game. Spawning pool is not even done. Marine's not going to hoof it across the map and try to kill the Zerg player by himself. He is brave. He is strong. He has armor, and he's got a big old gun. But that guy is not interested in going across the map by himself to try to kill the Zerg. In fact, he's positioning himself in a place to where if Lings show up, he's going to try to kill them from between the safety of these two mineral fields. But again, no Lings on the way. I mean, there are some 4 Lings and Queens in here, but I feel like DeadSoldier's waiting for a Reaper to show up. And when it doesn't, it kind of throws you off as a Zerg. So many times, your opponent does show up with that Reaper, and you're ready for it, because that's how you've been trained over all these many months. And then one doesn't show up, and suddenly it's like, but wait, what's my place in the universe? And you have an existential crisis. No, you know what? DeadSoldier's not having an existential crisis at all. He's moved across the map with his Lings. He doesn't care if a Reaper shows up. He feels like a Reaper probably would have shown up already if it was going to. So excellent way to read the situation. DeadSoldier. Elation is not going to lose the SCV building this command center. It's just about done. The Lings can't get here in time. Excuse me. Just had some tomato soup for lunch, and it's kind of coming back up to say hello a little bit. Factory under construction by Elation here. And here come the Lings. They're running in. They really do want to knock this command center down, but it's already done. So it's time to go. Time to go, Lings. Your job is over. Overlord scouting the front door is always a little dangerous. Get away. Get onto this high ground. No, he could have got onto the high ground, but he didn't. This is a place the Marines can't see above that. Look, see? Dark. Dark. The Marines can't see. There's a place to hide. He could use a scan to kill you, but Terran players don't really like to use scans, and especially not to kill a single Overlord, so sometimes they won't do it. Sometimes they'll leave you alone. About time for a third base, I would say. DeadSoldier here. These Marines are not moving out anytime soon. This second base is up and running, and there's the third base. Hey. DeadSoldier playing this extremely well. A starport under construction for Elation all at the same time here. We got barracks, we got reactors, we got tech labs, we got add-ons on all of the buildings. So many add-ons on all of these buildings. Evolution chamber coming in as well. Might be thinking about doing some dropling stuff here, but it's a little late for that. Although this main base is really unprotected right now. All the Marines are out here at the natural base. They're worried about front door attacks, not so much about, you know, coming into the main base directly over this wall type attacks. So DeadSoldier not thinking about doing that. I don't think he'd have his Overlord in a better place, probably over here rather than up here in the dead area. And man, look at that beautiful nebula in the background. Can't quite see it. Trying to get to these corners and these spaces and see it from... Anyway, it's nice. Little tendrils of white flowing out of it. Third base about done here for DeadSoldier. What tech you going to choose, DeadSoldier? You got a lot of Lings. That's great. You're getting +1 attack. Also wonderful, but you need Roaches or Banelings or Ravagers or Mutas or something. You can't just go pure Ling against Terran and win this thing. I mean, I love that you have it for defense. Pretty good that way, but I don't know. You really need to tech up at some point here. It seems a little bit late. 5 minutes in without any other type of higher tech and not even getting a lair Something must be done. He is up 41 to 36 harvesters on his opponent, but here comes your drop. Here comes your 5-minute double medevac drop with Marines inside. So Lings with +1 attack can handle this pretty well. The +1, I don't think is going to be done by the time the medevacs get there. We'll watch that. We will watch this with interest in the top left corner. The 12 Lings under production. There are 38 already. Holy schmoly, there's going to be a lot of Zerglings to stop this attack. And you know what? Overmaking defense and surviving an attack like this is better than undermaking defense and not surviving an attack like this. So you know what? We're okay. We're okay with this Elation. We're okay with this Dead Soldier. Rather, Elation's going to come in and try to kill you. Why are you killing an Overlord? You're wasting time killing an Overlord. This attack! Oh my, there's so many Zerglings. I think Elation sees those and says, oh. Maybe. Dude, there's 10 seconds left on that +1. You going to go now? You're going to go now, try to get that surround. Nope, pick up, boost out. It's just the Lings are fast enough to chase you around here, Elation. I think this drop is pretty ill-fated. +1 attack is done. The Lings get in here, and now they're doing a lot of good work on these Marines. You can't hold this. They've got upgrades. I don't know if you know that or not. The Queens really got to kill the medevacs in that situation. There are several Queens here. 7 Queens on the field. Not so much in that particular location, but you got these guys right here. They don't kill Marines. They kill medevacs. If the medevacs are dead, the Marines are super, super out of commission. That is a little pro tip that a lot of the pros like to do. So got some Liberators here for defense for Elation. Here at his natural base. He's got this thing walled off. Is he worried about a Baneling bust or what? The dude, I mean, he's making tanks, which is great. He's making Liberators, which is great. He's really just turtling up here as hard as he can. That drop was okay. I mean, honestly, what did he kill? 14 Lings in exchange for 7 Marines. Yeah, not a fair exchange whatsoever. 59 to 38 total harvesters right now out of Dead Soldier. Looking like a strong person. Looking like a strong person indeed. What do you got, Elation? What are we just... It's going to be medevacs, Liberators, +1/+1 coming in for his Marines and his Marauders and his Ghosts. Lots of barracks. Spending his money pretty well. His money's down around 200, 100. Dead Soldier sitting at 1,000, 1,000. He really should be taking a 4th base at this point, probably, or at least getting some kind of a giant army here. A bunch of mutas would be nice, but doesn't even have a lair quite yet. So mutas are quite a ways away. Gotta get that money spent, man. 4th base is on here. There are Queens here defending it. Creep tumors being thrown down as well. I love this creep spread connecting all of his bases. These bases aren't particularly close together, especially not this 4th. So far so good. Out of Dead Soldier on the creep spread front. Supply depot coming up here on the right side. We do in fact have, there it is, vehicle weapons level 1 being upgraded, calling down additional supply. Don't see that a lot, but that's a way you can use 50 energy on your orbital command to not scan, not call down a mule, but call down additional supply. Where is it? There it is, extra supplies. Permanently increasing the supply output of the target supply depot by 8. So if you're supply blocked and you have energy, which the higher levels you don't really just have energy, then you call that one down. Spire on the way, Infestation Pit on the way, Baneling Nest on the way. It's going to be a Ling Bling Muta thing, although Infester's getting mixed in here as well. 6 on the way. Whoa, alright, so we went from only Lings to suddenly Infestors in about 2 minutes. That's just how fast you can tech up in StarCraft 2. Lings coming on down to scout things out. Tanks just annihilating them. Yep. Not a good place to be, Lings. You are on fire. But checking for a 3rd base. Good. No 3rd base from the Terran player. That is actually wonderful to see at this point in time. And there we go. 4th base done for a Dead Soldier. Working on pathogen glands now. Again, you want to start that, and then when it's about halfway complete, then you make your Infestors so they pop out with that extra energy. But I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. This little drop from Elation trying to do stuff. But again, these are +1/+1 Lings now, so they are pretty darn effective. All sorts of effectiveness on top of these things, plus 2 ground carapace being evolved out of Dead Soldier at the same time. And he's going to go for a 3rd. He's going for a 3rd. He's bringing most of his army over as Elation to defend this thing. He has a lot of Marines with +1/+1. He's working on +2/+2 as well. Orbital command going to land fairly safely. There's no Zerg anywhere around this thing to stop it from happening. 75 to 50. Total harvesters right now. Zerg player's just kind of being allowed to do whatever he wants. Terran player has not done a great job at keeping his opponent slowed down. Not even a tiny bit. He's killed 0 drones. If you killed 0 drones for a Zerg in the first 10 minutes of the game, you're going to have a bad time. So here we go. Marines, tank, several tanks. There we go. 3 tanks. 2 Liberators, a few Marauders. I like this composition. I like the scattering of different units here. The scan and the creep tumor kill. That's why you spread your creep partially, is so that you know when the Terran army is coming. It gives you a bit of an advance warning here. Ultralisk Cavern coming up as well. Jeez. Dead Soldier recognizing I really got to spend my money, turns out. So I'm going to really spend my money. Lings and Banelings trying to come from the back side or the front side, or they're not quite sure where they want to go. The Infestors, now that the scan is gone, they can get some Fungals up here. There we go. Fungals on the Marines, and the Banelings starting to roll on in here. Oh, everybody gets a Fungal. Banelings making some good connections here, trying to chain Fungal the Marines down, killing a few of them, but there are still a bunch of Marines available here. They watch their buddies die, and now they are mad. This fourth base might actually just go down from DeadSoldier right now. Bad news indeed. Again, the chain Fungals with the Queen support. A lot of Marines dying to getting green goop dumped all over their heads. 6 Ultralisks in production, though. 10-minute Ultras from DeadSoldier. Holy shamoly. 6 Ultras right now. This should be enough to save the day. The Liberators are definitely a bit of a problem, and Infested Terrans could maybe deal with those. Banelings coming in here, 15 Banelings morphing in for DeadSoldier. Again, he has a lot of money, which he can use to rebuild his army pretty darn quickly here. But Elation just trying to make do with what he has. He really should be sending up reinforcements, but he's not. He's keeping them back at home. He did expand to a 4th base, though, along this left side, so good for him. Good for him making that thing happen. Banelings, Marines, Marauders, Queens can't hold this on their own. Queens are just kind of trying to delay. In the process, they're dying. We do have burrowed Banelings. Oh, but they're being scanned. No, Banelings. Oh, Banelings. No. All right, Banelings do get some good, nice Fungals, and the Banelings and the Ultras. Fungal and Ultra and Baneling is a really strong combination, and there we go. Goodbye, Army. Whoa. Infested Terrans maybe can toss down. There we go. Infested Terrans being tossed down. Trying to get rid of these Liberators, but there's the scan, and the Infestors are getting murdered as well. The Infested Terrans need to focus down the Liberators. That's what they need to do here. What are they trying to kill instead? There we go. They take out... Oh, you could have got one if you hadn't tried to move out of the way. There we go. One Liberator down, and the other one, not quite sure where she's going, but getting shot at by zombies on the ground is never a good feeling. Zombies with guns, man. That's what Infested Terrans are. Zombies with guns. Has anybody made that movie? Any legitimate filmmaker made a zombie movie where they have guns? I'm sure it's happened before. So +4 armor on these Ultras, which means they're not invincible by any means, but they're going to do okay if you're not going to micro against them all that well. Although, holy smokes, they're just getting evaporated as well. All right. Wow, 6 Ultras dead. +2/+2 Marines with Marauder support. Nothing to laugh at if you're an Ultralisk. How many Marauders is this? I'm trying to see how many Marauders this is. 7. 7 Marauders. This is DeadSoldier is taking his 4th base, taking a 5th base, taking his 6th base, all at the same time right now with more Ultras in production. You know what you need is more of them Infestors. You got any more of them Infestors? There are 2. There are 2 Infestors, but 4 of them have died already. Bad news. Blue Army coming up this left side, going after this 5th base at the North Construction. Gone. Liberator with 2 kills, making sure that nobody can come up this ramp without dying, and then decides to move to another location. 3rd base. This leads directly to the 3rd base. Actually, this 3rd base in a lot of trouble now. Ling's trying to roll in. Stop this from happening. Ultralisk pops out of the 3rd base, gets murdered almost immediately. More Ultras showing up with the pincer movement, though. Several Ultralisks cleaving through this army. The fungal growth catching a couple medevacs and killing one of them, which is nice. But you really wanted to fungal those Marines and keep them from running away like they're doing right now. Liberators on the right side for Elation. Looks like they're trying to... There we go. They're trying to find somewhere to kill. We're going to go ahead and set up shop at this 6th base along the right side that is not actually done yet, so there's nobody mining. But, oh, snap. Drones are going to walk in here. Drones, no, don't go... Oh, last second. Last second, they decided to turn around and go somewhere else. Oh, he's back. Elation's back with his Marines at the 3rd base. Guess who also is back? Marines, or Ultralisks, and fungal growth. It's so useful. Fungal, so dang good. An attack up the middle here from Elation. Trying to see what he can pull off. Corruptors against medevacs. Oh, I love the Corruptor. Such a great move here. The medevacs are all going to die, which is super bad news. For Elation, all his units are going to die as well. Marines and Marauders and Liberators taking out this 6th base along the right side. And it's just a hatchery. I don't think there's really anything else there that was causing problems for Elation, but nevertheless, Corruptor, Ultralisk, Infestor. I love this. I love what we're seeing here out of DeadSoldier. Elation working on +3/+3. Getting about 14 minutes is pretty good for MidRank Madness. Actually, super dead impressive out of MidRank Madness here. Corruptors trying to get rid of these Liberators, but there are just too many Marines on the ground. There we go. Liberators taking shots. Another one dies. There are still 2 here, though, and the Ultras don't get kited. Don't get kited. Wait for the Infestors to show up and join the party. Where are they? Infestors join the party. Not doing... Oh, there we go. There's a fungal. And that's it. Man, it's amazing what a difference one 2 fungal growths would make. Where were you guys? You were late, but you made it. But you made it nevertheless. It is 130 to 123 total supply. DeadSoldier still sitting at about 2,000 minerals and 1,000 gas right now. Oh, Elation doesn't have a planetary fortress at his third. Alright, so these lings come rolling in. They have +2/+2. They are pretty angry at all of these SCVs. Gonna run. Just run. Just get out of there. And once it's lifted, once the orbital command is lifted, the Marines securing it, and then the lings and the ultras getting the heck on out of there. So Ling's running around trying to see if there's any other attacks coming to get rid of his 6th base here on the right side. We might just call this his 5th because he's not going to replant that one, I don't think, anytime soon. So from henceforth, this base on the right side of the map shall be called the 5th base. 28 Lings, Greater Spire on the way, Corruptor, +3 Ground Carapace, +3 melee attack, and Adrenal Glands all being researched. Yeah, I think this is going to work. I feel like this is a pretty good idea here out of the DeadSoldier. Elation could probably use some Ghosts for steady targeting against these Ultralisks. The tank count could be a little bit higher as well. I do like there are Thors. I do like there are Liberators. These are pretty good things against Ultras in general, so he's not doing everything wrong. But I just don't know if it's going to be enough is the problem. It's 159 to 150 total supply. DeadSoldier spent his money, you guys. Down to 100 and 600 available. Pretty great stuff. 5 Corruptors on the way. He wants to go Brewlord at some point, but is he going to be allowed to get there is the question. Is another army pushing up this right side for Elation. If he gets this 5th base again, DeadSoldier's going to be stuck on 4 bases for 16, 17, 18 minutes, which is not good. Not a great place to be. You need more income than this to keep up with the Terran player who is on 4 bases, who is truly on 4 bases right now. Army coming up down this left side for DeadSoldier. Oh, caught out of position. The 5th base is toast. 5th base is gone. Drones trying to long distance drones, where are you? The drones, wait. Alright, drones are dead. So finally got some drones, 19 of them to be exact. So Baneling, Corruptor, Ultralisk, Ling. With Infestor support as per usual. Elation trying to split out a little bit here. He's got his Thors with +2 attack as well. Look at him getting vehicle attack upgrades. That's actually pretty dead impressive here. Debris trying to get knocked down by DeadSoldier to allow him to come up around the backside of Elation. Ooh, what just died there? What was that? Something. I don't recognize his dead body. Coming from the backside. Surprise attack! Fungal growth. Corruptors going after all of these Liberators. Everybody getting absolutely obliterated. The Fungals really making all the difference here. Baneling's exploding. Thor's gone as well. Corruptors taking down every last one of the Liberators with the exception of... No, that one does not manage to escape at all. Doesn't manage to escape even the teeniest, tiniest bit. That was a crushing, an absolute crushing out of DeadSoldier. 121 available supply out of Elation. 49 workers, 48 workers. 3rd base under direct assault. Once again, what can defend against this from Elation? It's a handful of Marines and a handful of Marauders, but this is a lot of Ultralisks coming to protect. And that might be all she wrote for Elation. He's got Zerg swarming all over him right now. There's a single Widowmine, but not going to do much against these Ultralisks that do have 7 armor. Really, really hard to kill at this point. 4th base happily running. DeadSoldier showing no sign of trying to take another one here. The Corruptors are getting rid of the Liberators. The Ultra getting rid of Marines and the Thor. So Ultra versus Thor. Who's going to win this one? Thor wins it. Woo! Thor wins it, but that's it. A good game out of Elation. His 3rd base is in shambles. He has nothing left. And DeadSoldier is victorious. Excellent, excellent, excellent game there from the Mid-Rank Madness. Well done. Well done for the submission. For sure. I mean, it's 2 Marines, 2 Marauders, a Thor, and a Widowmine remaining. Yes, this Thor has killed an Ultralisk. He's very, very proud of that, but there are a lot of Lings and Ultras still on the ground. He can't take out all of them by himself. The Corruptor choice by DeadSoldier was brilliant. What did he kill? He killed 13 Liberators and 11 Medivacs with Corruptors. Absolutely impressive stuff for sure. Resources lost here, about 24,000 for the Terran player compared to 23 or 22-ish for DeadSoldier. So both players losing quite a bit of stuff, but in the end, that tier 3 composition out of DeadSoldier really made it happen, and he gets the win. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
ascension is before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. From order we find justice. Our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. I sense your soul. Soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. The path of ascension is before us. Guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense your soul. Soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. Sense of soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. I sense a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. sure as how she had.